Hi Patrick, my name is Robert Knopfs and I'm from Boulder, Colorado, and I was recording this video because I wanted to thank you for your new product, the Verbarrator. I originally started practicing Spanish using conversational CDs, and I found that your Learning Spanish Like Crazy CDs were by far the best. So when I found out you were going to have a new product available, I didn't hesitate to try it. I'm also taking Spanish classes in college, and for anybody who's familiar with the method they use, they'll show you a little chart with 2 or 3 verbs on it and the different endings and a couple rules and a couple little practice sentences, and then you're expected to apply those rules to all the verbs you come across in the future. I found that to be a very time-consuming and not a very productive way to study for me. So when I found out that you were going to have some verb conjugation software available, I was looking forward to it. I ordered my copy as soon as I was able, and it just happened to arrive the night before I was going to have a Spanish exam. That night I just went through the software a little bit to get familiar with how it worked, but I really didn't spend any time practicing with it. The next day while I was studying for my exam, things weren't going too good. The examples in the book really weren't making too much sense to me, and I had one of those oh duh moments. I thought, well, this is why you bought the Verbarrator, why don't you go ahead and try it? So I went ahead and put the Verbarrator on. I had about 2 hours to go before my exam, and the time went quickly. I found that I really enjoyed practicing with the Verbarrator. Seeing the words used in a real sentence, hearing them spoken, and being able to practice speaking them back correctly really helped me a lot with the memorization process. I ended up going to my exam and getting an A, and I was really happy about that. And now I use the Verbarrator as part of my everyday practice. Every time I learn a new form, the first thing I do is I come home and put on the Verbarrator and go over the form for an hour or two. And it just makes a lot of sense for me. I highly recommend the product to anybody, whether they're studying on their own or if they're part of a formal class. It's really going to speed up the learning process for them. And I wouldn't have believed that trying to memorize Spanish verbs could actually be an enjoyable process, but you've managed to accomplish it with the Verbarrator. And Patrick, I just wanted to thank you again. I'm really getting a lot of value out of this, and like I said, I would recommend it to anybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.